tried to turn the camera on like 5 minutes, 10 minutes before the end of the show, as the rising action took place, so that we can see the events unfold. My boy Damo thought it was going to be a cash-in on Damian Priest's behalf, but nothing. No results. We just got a clean win, and let's talk about the show. So let's get into it. It's your boy K-Fabe Heels, Ego Crazy here with...
It's your boy Damo. And no cash-in.
Nothing.
I'm very disappointed in that. That was the only thing that I feel like they needed to finish the show with, because the very first match on the card, it set it up so perfectly for it to happen. But
which was a surprise. The first match on the card, we got Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso versus the champions, the Judgment Day, the hottest thing in wrestling today.
Yeah.
And with the loss, it took me by surprise. You got Damian Priest in tension within the Judgment Day.
They got, like, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso are not a formal tag team. They're a makeshift tag team, a transitional champion is what I called them while watching the show. And yeah, they really beat the Judgment Day with JD McDonough and Mommy and Dom all at ringside, and they still lost.
You would think that would lead to some tension, and then maybe Damian go on to cash in on Seth after this last man standing match, but we don't get none of that.
We got that later in the show, man, because that match that was a great match. We're gonna get to that match, but
we got 3 tag team matches just flooded throughout the card.
Yeah.
Well, we got LWO versus the unnamed Hurt Business. We got.
Hey, can we talk about the return of Carlito? That was not what I wanted. Like, it was very heavily teased, predictable.
He came out and won in 30 seconds.
I said as soon as the match started and he didn't come out, that it's gonna be somebody that doesn't want to wrestle the full match. And what happened? Music hit, couple moves, backstabber to Montez Ford, 1, 2, 3, LWO wins.
It's illogical. He made the phone call to him. I'm gonna make a phone call. And then he doesn't enter with them. I guess he just was running late in fucking Indianapolis.
And there was no rhyme or reason. Like, they made it seem like, okay, the match started, it was some good offense back and forth. The LWO, obviously undermanned, took a beating after the first half of the match. And Carlito comes out, saves the day. Crazy.
And it doesn't help the Hurt Business or Bobby Lashley. It doesn't help them look good as heels. It doesn't help them look formidable.
Another loss.
I mean, maybe we'll see if they come out on Friday, and then it's another lashing from Lashley, another talking to. Maybe it's another evolution in the stardom, the traversal of the new Hurt Business.
Yeah, and please change that song. That is a face song.
A face song.
The crowd is singing, waving their hands, turning up. And it's like, yeah, that's not heel music. And then you switch to Bobby Lashley music, which sounds menacing. Sounds good. But they just don't even fit the vibe.
I guess we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna get into it. It's a lot of things. We gotta go over here. We got Cody and Jey getting 50% offense early on in the match. Jey with a hot tag to Cody. Cody is still over, as it were. He's the guy, even though they're trying to boot him out of the top spot and have The Rock come back. But that's a whole nother story, as it were. We got a big top rope plex from Cody to Finn. Priest with a big move on Jey from the near fall. We got a big dive on JD McDonough. Got an Uso splash for the breakup. And then a spear from Uso and Mommy and Dom came out. So we got heavy influence from the Judgment Day here, and then mid-ring brawl. So a lot of chaos. It's a nice little action-heavy match. But then the ending is really what we walk away from, and where the developments kick in.
So at the end of the match, we got all the chaos going on in the ring, all the chaos outside the ring. We have Damian Priest setting up to do a big move to Jey Uso, and JD McDonough wanted to be a helpful member of the Judgment Day.
It looks like an injury. Like he really smashed his leg.
He wanted to help him. He thought that this is his moment to help the team succeed. So he takes the briefcase. Jey Uso ducks. Briefcase to the knee. And it looked real. But obviously, kayfabe, we all know it's not real.
But, I mean, the developments, man. I mean, they've been rumoring maybe Priest gets booted from the Judgment Day and JD McDonough, since everyone's like, JD's in, woo. But I don't know. I think it's all red herring. I think Priest is going to stay in the Judgment Day, even though him and JD are having problems. I think he's going to eventually cash in, even though we're disappointed that he didn't cash in tonight. But the only way this could have been even a possibility is when they lose the titles. So I guess they had to lose the titles. But to Cody and Jay,
I mean,
Cody, he has to finish his story, right?
Finishing the story is one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is, what does this do for Jey Uso, who just came out of the tag team with the Usos, one of the longest reigning tag team champions of the modern era, of all time. I believe they beat the all-time record, if I'm not mistaken.
And, I mean, I guess the current plan is for them to have a one-on-one WrestleMania match, eventually.
At WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, for the Uso brothers.
So, and that's, April? And we're in October. And now we have Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso tag team champions. And it makes the Judgment Day look weak again. Now, mind you, Dom just won back the NXT North American Championship on NXT. Just won it back. So there's been a lot of losing going on in the Judgment Day. And you got to wonder if that's going to really affect their chemistry going forward.
Definitely. But no matter what, I mean, I just hope I don't see another failed cash in. I'm done with that.
I don't think it's going to be a failed cash in.
No more failed cash in. Damian Priest, no matter what happens, whether he's in or out, he better be the next champion.
I would prefer to be on Roman Reigns over Seth Rollins, though.
On Roman?
Yeah. I would prefer it to be on Roman. Roman's held the title for a long time. The Judgment Day is going through a slump of losses. What would be a bigger come-up than cashing in on Roman Reigns?
But I don't know,
Judgment Day, Bloodline. Why not? Why not?
Maybe, potentially, but they just been building up this Cody and Roman storyline the past year. At least that's what we feel like the trajectory is where it's going. But lately, they brought in The Rock a few weeks ago, and then we're like,
That's a big deal.
So maybe
The Rock being back, that means it's looking like Roman versus Rock at WrestleMania. And does Roman need a belt for WrestleMania?
Yeah, he doesn't need the belt, but they're not taking the belt off Roman no time before WrestleMania.
But what a better time to cash in at WrestleMania that leads into the next chapter for Roman Reigns after The Rock, because he's going to beat The Rock. He's going to beat him. Sorry. So.
And it'll be even more predictable if he has the belt. If it's for the belt, it'll be predictable. So
exactly.
Without the belt, it'll be like, okay.
That's why the cash-in has to happen at WrestleMania. Damian Priest, Heights of the Century Part 2.
Maybe.
Big match between Roman and Rock. Beat up, tired, no bloodline.
I'm an advocate of Cody coming and getting revenge because he brought Jay
to Raw.
He
did.
And he said and he didn't follow up on that the past few weeks. He was like, if Jay comes to Raw, then that means someone has to go to SmackDown.
But now with him as a tag team champion, do you think this is his segue to go to SmackDown? To talk to Roman? With Jay by his side?
Maybe.
As backup?
Low key. I guess.
As backup because Jay can help him against Jimmy and Solo and help out a little bit.
Yeah, now Jay can go and he can float between brands and talk shit to the bloodline. Yep. And now he's going to be there next Friday with Roman Reigns coming back from fucking vacation.
Maybe that's the reason why Cody's been teasing this huge announcement on NXT coming up too. And he's going to be I'm going to be on SmackDown since I have these belts.
And he has an announcement on NXT for what? And plus, he's been getting interrupted every single week when he's like, Jey Uso's coming to Raw, so someone has to go to SmackDown and return. We're assuming that's him because he still has unfinished business with Roman Reigns.
And now Judgment Day technically has no reason to switch between brands, too. I didn't think about that. Because they have no belts. All they have is NXT. And Mommy's on Raw. There's no belts to bring them to SmackDown no more.
It's interesting.
But will they follow that though?
Dang, that means Judgment Day is exclusively Raw. But, Dominic
Raw
still.
and NXT.
Yeah, Raw and NXT. Okay. So, let's move along here. Got a nice little tag team match to start the show.
And then what follows up a nice tag team match, but another tag team match.
The LWO versus the unnamed, unverified Hurt Business. This was pretty much just getting the paws put on Ray the whole match.
Yeah.
The third member didn't show up.
The predictable third member.
Carlito comes out with a new theme, pretty nice, like a little ravey.
Did you like that theme?
I kind of like it.
Rather had
in 2023.
Come on, man, the old school Carlito theme would have blew the roof off the building.
He already blew the roof off the building in Puerto Rico.
He could have blew it off because he was in Puerto Rico. Imagine if he came out with that old school theme. Come on, man.
But it's nice, man. He comes out to the, you know what cool is?
Yeah.
Or something. And then he come out and get 20 seconds of offense. He hits him with a couple Samoan splashes, Samoan drops. And then he hits, who did he hit? Ford with a backstabber for the 1, 2, 3. Okay. I don't see how this helps any of the Hurt Business in any way.
I think this is more something for the LWO. I feel like that as long as they keep winning, and Ray is the U.S. champion, don't forget that. That he didn't defend the belt, but he was on the show. He was in a tag team match. The U.S. champion. Like, that belt is getting diminished more and more every time I watch the show.
I mean, they're still highlighting it a little bit with Ray and Santos, because it's like Ray took his opportunity and Santos is kind of butthurt because he wants to respect and admire his idol, but at the same time he wants that championship, and we're seeing this boil up inside him, and that heel turn is going to be beautiful when it eventually comes. But the Hurt Business, man, like I said before,
it's another loss.
It's another loss for them. Unless they can turn this around on the next show and just have them start beating ass everywhere in every backstage segment, and just turn them into like a Mark Henry Hall of Pain type of.
Nah, man, I don't think they're gonna go that route. Like, I think this is more of a the Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins gonna have to show Bobby Lashley why they need to be in business with him, and the beating ass would be nice, but they have to win.
Yeah, they have to have
win.
Wins when it matters.
Like big match moments, like not tag team match on SmackDown. Like, they need to beat up somebody formidable, like an actual tag team. Like, give them who's some tag teams on SmackDown. Do they have anybody that's relevant?
I don't even know the Brawling Brutes sometimes.
Yeah.
Who's on SmackDown? Comment, talk to us, man. Let us know. Like, I don't know.
Like, it's really nobody there to.
Whoever flavor of the week, makeshift teams. Yeah. We're gonna see.
And then you know what really hurt is that Pretty Deadly's injured. That's what really hurt the tag team division on SmackDown. That's a good heel tag team. But they really don't have no face tag teams besides the LWO, and now they got Cody and Jay. But can the Hurt Business really take? Well, maybe, because I did say.
Yeah.
A transitional championship change.
That maybe. Might be it.
Maybe, because now they're there now.
The Damo with a bold prediction.
Maybe.
That the Judgment Day lost the titles to Cody and Jay just for them to be traditional champions.
Yeah. Because I think Cody has to eventually drop the belts to finish the story. So, because he can't go into the story with the tag team championship.
And even though that the Hurt Business lost this and they don't have that momentum, the loss can fuel them to be more aggressive heels and to be the ones that are coming up at the end of the next storyline. When it's time for the eventual loss for Cody and Jay, the Hurt Business steps up and prove themselves and beat the shit out of them when the time comes.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, we gonna see. But I definitely predict a couple more losses, and I predict the LWO's gonna have a split up in the next 3 months, because somebody got to turn heel. Because we need heels on SmackDown.
We need some storylines with that U.S. title to where the LWO can they can feud amongst themselves. So it's like like how Bailey did with Io Sky, how Santos can intervene and bring some tension in the LWO,
Yeah.
and then it'll really matter when the title happens, when the
Yeah.
title change happens.
Yeah.
And speaking of Io Sky, we're gonna lead into the next match. Before we get into that, we got a backstage segment with Jade Cargill, the new arrival, the new flavor of the week from where?
It's one of your girls, ain't it?
From AEW.
It's one of your girls. We got one of your girls.
Jade Cargill, one of the
She went over there to brighter, greener grass. More money.
Hey,
That's
man.
that money.
We're going to talk to you guys later on in the week about the other side, the other trades. You know what I'm saying? But
there's some money over there, man.
WWE really capitalized on this one. She got out the car, like some type of SUV, Hummer type of deal. Walked up and...
Triple H walked up and greeted her, and they were heavily praising her on commentary, of course, because this is a major pickup for WWE. The women's division need help. Place her right on Raw.
And she's going to Raw with Rhea Ripley, with Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax.
Or they might move to SmackDown.
No, she's confirmed going to Raw.
Is she confirmed to Raw?
Confirmed.
Oh, man.
Confirmed.
Yeah, if she's coming to beat up Nia Jax, that's what she's going to fight. First feud to show her strength.
Which will be really disappointing that Nia Jax came there and did all that.
The job. To Jay Cargill. To go and job.
Yeah. But that's something that might happen, man. But then, how fast are they gonna wait to give her the championship, or are they gonna slow burn it?
The championship for Jade, she's gonna get the belt probably.
Because there's no mid-card belt for her here. There's just one women's belt, and she's on Raw.
No, she's gonna get it, but it's gonna be a little bit like the destruction of the Judgment Day has to start happening. That's gonna be a factor too. It's gonna be a factor too, because when Mommy loses her belt, all that shit gonna go into crumbles. Think about it.
And that's crazy. Like, nobody else is built up in a way to be even credible. Yeah. Like, as contenders. Like, Raquel already lost.
Yep.
And that's only because Nia Jax interfered.
But did we really want to see Raquel Rodriguez?
Raquel would be nice. She'd be nice.
We still got Liv Morgan got to come back still. And what is she going to come back and be Smiley too?
Probably. But Liv Morgan is hot and she's over with the fans. So, either way it goes.
I mean, I guess. But she's not that good.
She's good. She has in-ring work. And she has the mic work.
You think so?
Watch me.
Think so?
Watch me.
I mean, hey, we gonna see. But I think she needs more time to develop and talk for herself. And because when she was going against Ronda Rousey, that was a nice Liv Morgan. But as of late, she's been kind of stagnant. And the tag team, and then those tag team championships are cursed. Those things are cursed. Because everybody get hurt.
Who are the tag team champions right now?
Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. But Sonya Deville's hurt. So they gave Chelsea Green Piper Niven to hold the belts with her. And they haven't done it. And then Piper Niven got hurt. So now it's just Chelsea Green walking around with both the belts.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, wasn't Piper Niven there? Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but those some cursed titles. Keep getting hurt.
Yeah, man. Just let's hope we can keep them off TV. Because
what's wrong with them?
The less, the better. Unless we have some real tag teams start forming.
Because we got who's that? Kaden Carter and Katrina Chance. They haven't been able to be showcased because there's nothing to fight for.
We got to bring them up and start building them up because the fans come out. I mean, the girls come out and then the fans give them no reaction. Just like, who?
It's only like 3 or 4 women that get real reactions nowadays. That's what Rhea.
That's another problem with the women's division. They only just spotlight Charlotte, Bayley, Rhea,
Becky. Because she's the NXT Women's Champion. They came from Raw and went to NXT for no reason. They just took that belt. It's nice.
Let's move on with the show. The women's WWE Women's Championship. We got Io Sky versus Charlotte versus Asuka. I was excited for this match. They had a pretty good one, man. It was a little barn burner. Got a lot of offense. We got let's see here. Just want to note that Io, as the champion, got no reaction. No
None.
damage control coming to the ring. Uh, Pretty much even for all the women. We got some back and forth between Charlotte and Asuka. We got
Very quick miss by Asuka to Charlotte though, as it starts the
Yeah.
match. Very quick. Charlotte, I think she went for a big boot and got missed in her face. And then, so most of the beginning of the match was just Asuka and Io.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
She started the match off with the red miss and then
Blue miss.
Oh, blue.
Blue miss.
I'm confused. Then we got 2 miss tonight. 2 Japanese WWE wrestlers showing respect to Jerry, man. So
To Jerry, you mean the great? Wait, was it the Great Muta that started that?
to Jerry and the Great Motor.
Oh man, you was going
Jerry.
off. You showing you just the '90s.
Hey,
The '90s, man.
hey.
You gotta go all the way back.
Yeah, we gotta pay respects. So it's a one-on-one match for the majority of the match until Charlotte can, get a water bottle, clean herself. Got missile drop kicks, moonsaults, splashes. You got Asuka putting the Asuka lock on Charlotte, but Charlotte wiggled out. We got a nice technical display here between the women. A lot of reversals. Let's see here. We got a corner Tower of Doom spot. All the women. It was a nice little bump.
It was.
Let's see here. Got a quick figure 4 attempt, but then Io broke it up with a Meteora.
I gotta say, the Io looked pretty weak in this match as a champion. Out of all the women.
She got a decent amount of offense, but it was really Charlotte making Charlotte look like a tank, and then Asuka being unpredictable with her mist and with her strikes and stuff. And
But like, I feel like Io's offense looked good, but it just there's no reaction for her.
And it was few and far in between.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't get that much compared to everybody. And then in the end, Bailey comes out and distracts, and the announcers did a good job to remind us that Io specifically asked for Bailey not to intervene.
Yeah.
She intervenes, and then it almost cost her the match, but she ends up hitting the over the moonsault and capitalizes in the middle of the figure 8.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
What you think about that?
I feel like that Io's boring.
No tension, no dispute after the match. Even though she told her to stay back,
But they hugged it out smiling. Like there's
nothing.
no nothing. Like it's just okay, well now Io did that, what's next?
Yeah, where do we go from here?
What's next? Like, do you break up damage control? No. They look strong, they won. Io didn't look mad. There was no Dakota Kai though. She didn't come out still rehabbing an injury.
Who's up next? I don't know.
We got Bianca already. I mean,
Maybe Bianca comes
Bianca
back
come
and
back.
turns
It's
heel.
about time for her to come turn heel. She ain't got to turn heel because Io's
Oh yeah,
heel.
yeah.
So she's come back swinging her ponytail. The Bianca Flair. She's over. Still over. Never went down. Even in a defeat, she never lost her momentum.
But then that'll just be Bianca coming back again to either lose or to just get Bianca another reign. So it's just like, do we have anyone else? We need to build some other women up, man. We need.
See, though, when it takes you back to the Jade Cargill thing, like, do you put her on, like, okay, she's on Raw, but why not SmackDown? So SmackDown needs a lot of help.
Definitely.
SmackDown needs a lot of help. Because like, Raw just is dealing with injuries, so when everybody comes back, what do? I mean, the brand split's almost non-existent anyway.
They should have moved Becky to SmackDown.
Becky's
on NXT.
They moved Becky to NXT.
Yeah.
They moved her to NXT.
And she's the flag bearer, and now everyone has to work to try to win her championship now.
Yeah.
Like, so what do you get that match?
I feel like that was one of the stronger matches on the card. I think I'll give it a solid 3.5. I think it was a good match, technical match. Like I said, Io could have looked stronger as a champion. Charlotte's always going to be Charlotte. She's going to put on the match. A couple of her moves look kind of sloppy, though. There was a double suplex she did. It looked kind of sloppy. Maybe it's just a little because she don't wrestle every week anymore. But it looked a little sloppy to me. But Charlotte's always great. And Asuka, I think she's the best woman wrestler they have in WWE. She's always going to be one of the best. Like, it's not many people that can compete with her. As far as in-ring skills, technical skills, submissions, strikes, they all look great. They all like they hit the mark. So I always give Asuka the utmost praise.
Okay. I feel like this was one of the better matches on the card. You know, up until this point, what was this? The third match on the card, and they were pretty dead. It was a dead crowd most of the night.
Yeah.
And this kind of woke them up, but not really. So it was nice. The ending didn't really sell me. It was supposed to be something, some type of consequence to lead into next week, so I can be like, okay, I can't wait for this. I can't wait to see what happens. But it's none of that. It's just like Bayley did something insubordinate that should have caused a reaction, but didn't get any reaction. But she retained. Now we're on to the next, and it's like, who's next?
Yeah.
With the depth of the women's division. So,
I mean, but they adding pieces. Jade's here. You know, Tiffany Stratton. She's gonna get called up pretty soon.
They're working on Tiffany and
Cora Jade. Tegan Knox is gonna be on the show this week.
Tegan Knox, yeah, but she's in a program with Becky, so
yeah, but that's the main event. I mean, she's gonna be on Raw.
True.
I mean, we got Asuka going to NXT. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
They might shuffle back and forth, definitely.
They started to do something that we asked for a long time ago, and that was merge these women divisions a little better. Have everybody go after everything, because it's weak on, like, to separate them, the divisions are all weak. But together, that's a strong division.
Yeah, if they had the women just be interchangeable and just sometimes I go here, sometimes I go there. Just have the dynamic triangle of doom.
But the problem with that is that it makes the brand split
worthless.
Mean nothing. Because then you got to merge the tag team. I mean, the tag team division is already pretty much merged. Whoever holds the belts go show to show and fight everybody. So
yeah,
that's the best way they can merge it. And please stop having them hold two belts. Can we please stop that? Like, it's cool at first when you first win them, but when you're interchanging them with other people, it kind of diminishes the picture of the person holding the two belts when they first won them, and then now they're out there every week with the two belts, and they lose them, hand the two belts to the next guys. It's like, okay, well, those two.
We need just one set of a classic.
If you just did it with the Universal Championship, you just did it. Do it one more time. Just make them belts look nice. Cause they've always looked like the cheaper brand belts out of all the belts. Like, the IC Championship is pretty. The US Championship is pretty. The World Heavyweight Championship is pretty. The WWE Championship is pretty. Like, all these championships look nice, but the Tag Team Championships always look paper thin.
I have to say, I miss the old Intercontinental Championship.
Do you mean the oval? Or do you mean the white one that Cody Rhodes brought out?
I mean the Cody Rhodes title. The classic, man.
Yeah,
this new one, I'm just like, I think, who brought this? Sami Zayn?
Yeah, Sami Zayn did. Yep, Sami Zayn did that.
I don't like it.
I missed the oval one from Chris Jericho. I like the oval one. I always like that one. I guess because I'm just reminiscent of the Attitude Era, but that belt always looked nice to me.
Low key with the blue world in the middle.
Yeah.
All right, so going over the show, what we got? 4 or 5 matches. We got
We had the tag team title match. We had the triple man tag match.
Mm-hmm.
We had the tag. Jesus.
The other bloodline.
We had the women's match.
Threat.
And then we went into the tag team match with the Bloodline and Cena and LA Knight, and the main event, 5 matches. Nice, simple Triple H type card.
Nice and small, but was it impactful? Yeah, it was a B show.
It was a B show.
As long as your expectations weren't too high, you know, the build was not. I mean, it wasn't a non-existent build. There was build, but it was no heat.
I feel like with WWE, I've been feeling very like they're flat. You know what I mean? Like it's a very flat type of low curve they're on. Like after WrestleMania, when Cody didn't get the title, I feel like it's been on a decline. You know what I mean?
Although I did enjoy Brock Lesnar and his run, but
you did.
Even though it was random, there was no why.
There was never a why.
I appreciated the fact it's just like, damn, they're giving Cody the treatment. Like him and Brock are going at it.
But it's like, my thing is that if you got Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes, right, and he beat Brock Lesnar, to go to be a tag team champion after that.
The only thing I can think of is
How does Brock Lesnar correlate with the tag team championships? Like, how is that the next step after beating Brock Lesnar?
To me, this wasn't planned, man. This is just another piece of evidence to the fact that if this Endeavor deal is the main spark of this, and The Rock is coming in to be the main event with Roman Reigns, the battle for the head of the table, maybe that changed plans, and now it's not Cody and finishing his story anymore. It's just making the best possible card for WrestleMania 40 since the merger, and that's brother versus brother with the Usos, and that's The Rock versus Roman with the head of the table, and then I don't know where that leaves Cody, and then not to mention they're rumoring Phil Brooks, CM Punk coming back, trying just to spite AEW. Like Triple H and Vince are not so high and mighty; they would do it. So I mean,
I don't want to see CM Punk back.
I don't know if I would want to see him too. I was so disappointed.
He had a terrible run.
I wanted it to work in AEW. Everything was perfect. The storylines, everything was being built the right way. The Real World Championship and the MJF's Championship, and
we already saw this story, man, with the same guy.
Regardless, CM Punk and MJF, they already told a beautiful story, and it would have been even more perfect if they would have capped it off. But
it's the same story.
It's way different.
Come on, man.
Way different.
Come on, man. Same story. I'm tired of seeing it. CM Punk is at the point where he's no longer the main draw anymore, and he can't affect, and like he can't accept that. Like, he's not the main draw guy. It's not him.
Yeah.
The Summer of Punk was nice, but that was like 12 years ago.
That is true.
Come on, man. Who is he? Hulk Hogan? Come on, man. You gotta let it go. Eventually, you gotta move up that card, man. You're not the top guy no more.
But if WWE wants to make the best card for WrestleMania 40, the best card they possibly can, they're gonna include Phil Brooks. They're gonna try to capture
it's just for
that
the
guy.
Name.
And that's
who he gonna fight? CM Punk? I mean, Cody Rhodes. He's gonna fight Cody Rhodes.
I don't know. That'll be cool.
Why though?
I don't know.
Why?
They'd have to make sense of it. I don't know.
What's the why? Cody Rhodes.
I
damn you for making AEW.
I don't personally like it, but you know what I want. I want Cody Rhodes to finish his story with Roman Reigns, but it doesn't look like they want to do that, folks. No, that's I can't replace that.
Yeah.
See them trying to bite. That's Sami Zayn.
Oh, Sami Zayn.
The Damo's cat.
It's a nice cat.
We're going to leave that in there.
It's a cool cat, man.
Yeah. But overall, with the tag team matches and the overall developments, the tag team title change, and the no cash in at the end of the show, I think for me, this was like a 2 out of 5-star show. Like, completely missable. If you didn't watch it, you didn't miss anything. Nothing happened. It didn't further anybody's momentum. It didn't help the Hurt Business. It didn't help LA Knight to get the win. And it surely didn't help Jimmy. And the only thing that's interesting going into next week, I guess, is Cody and Jay and how like they're going to be able to float now between each show. And we get to finally hear what Cody Rhodes' special announcement is on Tuesday when they try to compete with AEW on Title Tuesday. They're just loading the NXT up. But we'll see. So, what you think about this show, man? Cap it off.
I feel like that the show, I agree, it's not the best show they could have put on, right? When you said there was nothing memorable outside of the Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, I can't agree with that because you still have to look at the main event and how good the main event was. Seth Rollins and Shinsuke put on a hell of a match, a fantastic match. That was that's the way to end the pay-per-view. That capped off the feud for Seth Rollins, capped off the feud for Shinsuke. We do have the Judgment Day looming in the back with the Money in the Bank briefcase. That's still a thing. The women's match, with Io, Asuka, and Charlotte. Io's done with them, so we go on to see what's going to do for Io. Overall, I give the show a solid. You know what? I think most of my ratings was about a 3, so I'll give it about a 3. The Seth Rollins and Shinsuke pushed it over. At first, I'll say about 2.5 because some of those stories, like the Hurt Business, that makes no sense. That makes me mad. The Jimmy Uso bloodline story kind of doesn't make that much sense to me right now either. But besides that, man, the champions, we had 2 retains and 1 change. Can't be mad at that.
Yeah, I can feel it. So, there you have it. We got a 2 and we got a 3. 2 stars, 3 stars. Hopefully they can build up something going in the Crown Jewel and then Survivor Series where they're coming to Chicago. The rumor in Phil Brooks might make an appearance. He said, I got 2 months free. And that was right around the time he got fired. So we're going to see if he makes an appearance in Chicago. We're going to see. But,
I bet you give that show a higher rating if Phil Brooks is there, though.
Maybe.
AEW Shield.
No.
AEW Shield.
No. It's just because it'll be newsworthy. It's like when Adam Copeland showed up. It's just like, who would have thought CM Punk will show his face in WWE again after shitting upon them, all those years ago. But that's neither here nor there. We'll see what happens, man. But if we average them up, I guess we got a 2.5 show for Fastlane, guys. We hope you appreciated this ride with us, appreciated the show. Stay tuned. We're gonna cover some more. We covering Raw?
We'll cover Raw. We're gonna see what happens. Now usually Raws be pretty mid. Let's see if they put on a decent show for once.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared to cover Raw, man.
But we got NXT this week. It's gonna be a good NXT. We got a good Title Tuesday, Mr. AEW guy. We're gonna see how that goes.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we're gonna cover some Title Tuesday.
That we have Edge's first match as a AEW guy versus Luchasaurus. I will say this though. Christian Cage is a great heel. I wish WWE used him better.
Definitely.
And then after that, we got Friday SmackDown. The Tribal Chief, he's coming back.
Interesting developments, man. So stay tuned, man. Like and subscribe.
Of course.
Stay tuned.